So this storm right here, and that little notch, that little hook right there is what the National Weather Service is watching for the potential of rotation. And you can see a lot of those bright greens. So that's telling me we're dealing with some rather strong winds, not necessarily some rotation, 50, 60 mile per hour winds. So we could be not only dealing with that brief tornado, but also some strong winds being pushed out to the surface. This area here is that weak rotation that the National Weather Service was watching for. And it certainly was a little more intense about 15 minutes ago, which prompted the tornado warning in Jefferson County. If you're in Asheville, you're under this tornado warning. I'm not too concerned about you as of right now. Maybe some strong gusty winds, but in terms of tornadoes, I'm not seeing anything on radar or the velocity data that suggests we're looking at a tornado. Your Quitman in Brooks County, if you're Quitman, you're not under the tornado warning, and I'm not concerned for your safety. Again, if you're in Quitman, it's southwest Brooks County, south of Highway 84, where we've got that tornado warning in place. But when you start to see these small pockets of brighter colors show up, like I'm seeing in southern Lowndes County right now, south of Lake Park, that has my attention. We do have a new tornado warning once again, so we're going to continue our coverage with a new tornado warning that is now in effect north of the Pavo area and now does include Moultrie. And another tornado warning is issued. I bet it's probably for the storm I was just talking about a moment ago, and we'll see as it pops up here. Yeah, if you're north of Pavo, the circulation is tight. It's not strong, but it's tight. So this is about 3 miles north of Pavo that we have that circulation in place. So we're going to take a cam here in just a moment. I just want to get a timing on here real quick. So Autryville, 257, Sunset School, 301. Memorial Hospital there in Colquitt County at 304. Gaynor, 306. Wright School, the Wright School area, 307. Mactharp Stadium 308 and Moultrie 308 There is a little bit of circulation as it heads toward Clinch County, so again I'm going to continue to keep my eyes on this with this storm as it continues to maintain a tornado warning right now. And also you can see a little bit of kind of that notch at the bottom here. Notice how it kind of curls back. That's what I'm looking for. So just west of Fargo, there could be a little bit of circulation embedded there. And again, a lot of these storms, if there's a tornado being produced, it's going to be either rain wrapped or you just can't see it, and they're going to be very small. So when you're under a tornado warning, do not go outside and try to see it. So now we have a dangerous situation in Lowndes County. The red highlight means that this tornado now has been observed on the ground by a professional spotter. This is the area right here of concern. So near Bemis is going to be where this observed tornado again was. And so this is from the National Weather Service saying the tornado is observed in Lowndes County. It was confirmed located near Valdosta, moving north at 40 miles per hour. Notice how this right here, just west of 441, this change in color matches up with the bright reds and greens, so I can almost guarantee that we have a tornado on the ground right now west of US 441 in Clinch County. Well, Mike, pretty much what you talked about with the EF2 tornado being confirmed, that's winds of 120 miles per hour. But I'm standing about 5 miles east of Valdosta, where some of the worst of the damage was. Now, some of the video we're going to show you first is actually where the tornado likely started, and you'll see that here. We started in the Dasher area, as we mentioned, at Hickory Grove Road and Ezell Road. Just behind trees that we're standing at is where the damage started, and of course the incredible video we saw just from that water tower. Now the twister rapidly moved through where Brian Williams' mobile home was destroyed. He wasn't home at the time of the storm, but he did have family that was. Williams mentioning that his sister and his nephew were underneath the rubble behind the tornado as it passed. We're going to hear more from Brian at 6. I also spoke with Carlisa Rojacheski, a lead meteorologist at the National Weather Service in Tallahassee. Of course, warnings are so important to heed. Here's what she had to say. Well, and Carlisa basically stressing that the importance of tornado warnings are this, that if you get a tornado warning, you want to make sure that you have multiple ways to get alerts, be in your basement. If you don't have a basement, you want to get an interior-most part of your home, as we talked about yesterday. And while there's no severe weather in the forecast, it is Severe Weather Awareness Week, so you can head to weather.gov/TAE. That'll give you a couple of guidelines for severe weather. Today's topic is lightning, and of course, we'll continue to check out the damage here. I've got more again from Brian. That's coming up at 6, and his incredible story from his family. Right now, I'm in Valdosta. Meteorologist Austin Lowe, WCTV Eyewitness News.
All right, some incredible images, Austin. So thankful everyone's okay. We know of 2 injuries, but no fatalities, and we'll see you again at 6. Thanks so much.
Yeah, at 20 miles an hour. The National Weather Service determining Sunday's South Georgia twister reached those wind speeds. They ruled it a powerful EF2 tornado today. Thank you for joining us at 6. I'm Julie Montanaro.
And I'm Jacob Murphy. 2 people were hurt and a half-dozen homes were damaged or destroyed. That according to the National Weather Service, which was out surveying the damage today.
WCTV First Alert meteorologist Austin Lowe was here in the studio yesterday as tornado warnings started coming in one after the other. Today he is on the ground in Lowndes County getting a first-hand look at the damage. Austin, we understand you spoke with the owner of one of those homes that was destroyed.
Julie, Jacob, Brian Williams told me an incredible story. And the bottom line is he himself was not home during this tornado, but he did have family that was, so certainly a very scary encounter. The mobile home was torn, leaving debris scattered all across his yard. And again, as I mentioned, Brian Williams, was not home at the time. But after the tornado passed, he got a phone call from his nephew who said that his home was lifted off the foundation, telling Brian that his house was destroyed. Again, that was his nephew who called him. And here's what Brian said after he encountered the damage.
Shock, you know. It's just a lot to take in. We're thankful because nobody got killed. And we can always overcome and rebuild. You just can't replace a life.
The only reported injuries from the tornado, of course, coming from this damage, of course, after hearing Brian's story and his family and just really seeing the damage, you probably can hear it in my voice. I'm just so thankful that his family is okay. Despite the injuries, they will end up being okay. It's just going to be a long recovery. And I just want to take a moment to just show you some of the damage. We're going to go to my right here, and where you see some of the concrete back there, that's the original foundation of the mobile home. Tornado ripped through, and there's debris scattered all across the yard. And that brown, I guess, bar you see there is the foundation of the mobile home that's flipped upside down. And again, we're talking about 120 miles per hour with those winds. Just really is an incredible story that despite the damage, nobody was seriously injured or killed. I'm in Lowndes County. WCTV meteorologist Austin Lowe, WCTV Eyewitness News.
Yeah, Austin, and that is the bottom line. We're so grateful that no one was killed in this, but you can only imagine how overwhelming it is to see your home destroyed like this and trying to decide what to do next and how to pick up the pieces. Thank you, Austin.